Happy April, Libra. I hope all is well. I want to start off by apologizing for not being able to do last week's reading due to a technological inconvenience. Okay? So, what I have here for you is your Crux Sada spread that I usually do for your week. Alright, so this will be from April 2nd to April 9th, 2017. Okay? So, right off the bat, what I noticed immediately was that your reading was very similar to Virgo. Okay? With the moon in reversed. That's the only thing that's different. And then you also have Zapana Shapana, and you have the Seven of Water here. But everything else was pretty much like the same, but just like in different positions. So it just makes me feel like you are dealing with a Virgo in your life right now, okay? Or you have Virgo around you that's very close to you, like a brother or a sister, somebody very close, like in your family. Okay, so let's begin. In your second, I'm going to go, not your second, your first position, you have your starting point here. You have the Two of Fire. Okay, you have the Two of Fire for the starting. And it's like, there's some kind of patience needed with a person in your life right now. It could be like a father, is what I feel like. They could be like a father, fire sign. So even I said that. I said fire, father, fire. Okay, so I feel like you're dealing with a fire sign person that you're a little bit confused about them right now, and it's like maybe they're not feeling well. All right, and I feel like they're dealing with like dementia or something. Something mental is going on here, and it's like you need patience to deal with them. I feel like sometimes you lose the patience. I don't feel like you mean to, but it's like their mental state that they're in right now is causing them to go like kind of like how do you say? It's like, oh, I don't know how to say it. It's like it's hard for you. It's new. This is something new that you're dealing with, so it's like you don't know how to deal with it. All right, so it's kind of like how to incorporate it into your life now. It's causing changes in your life, and it's like you're trying to figure out whether you want to put this person like a nursing home and some type of like somewhere where they can get the help that they need. All right, maybe like a therapist or like a psychiatrist, something that will help them be more, because maybe they're losing their like, maybe they're not functioning in society very well like how they used to. So there's this need to figure out like what to really do with them. In your second position, because I know I called second first, there must be a reason for that. You have what you're waiting on. You have the Four of Fire, so you're waiting on stability at home. Okay, it could have to deal with this fatherly figure or just someone in your life right now. You're waiting to see, what's going to happen with them. Where am I going to be able to move them? Are they going to live with me, etc.? Who's going to take care of them? Okay, this could also even be like a child situation. So there could be a situation where like a mother or a father, like they have kids, but it's like something happened to one of the parents and they don't know what to do with like the children now. Like, are they going to be in foster care? Like, who's going to take care of them, basically, is what this feels like to me. All right, so there's this need to you're waiting to hear, okay, like I said, are they going to live with me? Okay, am I going to be a fit guardian for them? All right, am I going to be able to provide for them, take them to school? Who's going to help me? Like, I don't even have a partner who's going to help me take care of these children. That's what it feels like to me. All right. If not that kind of situation, I feel like you're dealing with coworkers who are, they want to see more from you, is what this feels like to me. Okay, if this is at work, they want to see, okay, I know what kind of skills you have. I want to see, what more you bring to the table for us. I really like what you do. All right, so this feels like some kind of like this environment that you're in is a bit posh. All right, so maybe you need to dress formally. Okay, so you're dealing with people who are like high status, like 1%. Almost like you're around people like this, like on a day-to-day basis, and it's like maybe you don't come from that kind of background. Like maybe you don't come like from a background where like riches, you know what I mean? And it's like really learning how to deal with different people, how to be a people person is what it feels like. And I feel like maybe people don't really think that you're that much of a people person because maybe you you're a little you tend to be a little closed off sometimes. All right, but I don't feel like it's on purpose. I feel like it's because you're dealing with your own home issues, and I feel like that's why people at work are like, "What's going on with you? You know, why aren't you opening up? Why aren't you telling us what's going on?" Okay, but it's more so like on a personal level. Like, you don't really know how to open up to people who you feel like can't relate to you, basically. Okay. But I feel like they're waiting on you, though. That's why it's in the wait position. They're waiting for you to open up, but you don't know how to. Or you're waiting on somebody else to open up to you. Is what that also feels like. They're a little bit closed off right now for whatever reason. In your third position in your present, you have the Five of Earth here. You're dealing with some, you know, a financial situation that's not that great is what it feels like to me. And it's like, when I say not that great, it's a 5. So I feel like you've got enough put away, but you want more. It's almost like greed. All right, but I'm not saying you're greedy, but it's, again, this is broad. Okay, so it's like maybe there's some type of level of greediness where you want more and more and more, but it's not coming fast enough to you. Okay, so it's like it's causing you a lot of frustration. All right, and it's making your household a little bit like unstable. You want to get to the point where you're happy. All right, you want to get to that point. Maybe you just want to be able to move into that new home, but you don't really know where the finances are coming from. You could have been waiting on something to come through. It's not coming through. Like, it's causing you a lot of frustration. You're still waiting on it, because I remember doing this reading for this, in terms of waiting on money to come through. There's some kind of level of still waiting and getting tired of waiting. You don't want to wait anymore, is what it feels like. Okay? In your fourth position in your future, you have the Four of Earth here. Saving, holding on to the last bits of a relationship, because I look at this as relationships as well. This is your financial life as well also. Okay, so holding on to that bit of money that you have left, so how it seems to me is that whatever you were waiting on to come through, it didn't. All right, I'm not saying it didn't, but I feel like it's it's like snail mail, basically. And it's like you're still holding on to what you have. I feel like you're even bringing in somebody else into your home life to help you out, is what it feels like to me. Okay? And with this, there's some kind of shadiness going on in terms of how you get your finances. I mean, who doesn't do something shady sometimes? Even if you don't deem it shady, but other people might. All right? And that's why your coworkers or other people in your family are like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Do you really want to do that? Like, is it really worth it to get this money? Like, that kind of feeling. Okay, where was I? Third, fourth. I went to your future, your fifth position. I finally got a reverse card. I usually don't get reversals that come out in the deck, but this actually came out reverse, and Virgo got this as well, but upright. You're not seeing something. There's a Virgo in your life that's seeing something, and that could be who you're working with financially, but there's something that you're not seeing, and you need them to see something. It could be about your father, or a fatherly figure, or about someone in your life that's maybe not feeling too good. Okay, but this is all about, there's some kind of block here. All right, so your instincts are blocked right now, basically, for this time period. But you can unblock this, basically, okay? But in order to unblock it, I feel like you need to stop hiding. There's some energy of you hiding here. You're hiding the truth about a situation. You're hiding, people are trying to expose you or expose something about you. And they could be trying to get the truth out of you. And it's like, you're hiding, you feel regretful, you don't really know what to do, is what it feels like. All right, so this feels like you're basically stuck, is what this feels like to me. You don't know how to move on, you don't know how to move forward. All right, there's something also that's going on that's a bit confusing to you. Maybe you feel confused about like why someone is coming to you after like maybe like a year and a half. Like, why are you coming knocking on my door telling me about this? Like, this happened like what, ages ago? Why are you bringing this up again, is what it feels like to me. All right, but I feel like at some point you did have a feeling closer to that time period where, okay, I did something wrong, okay, it hasn't come back around yet, but now it's coming back around, but you're wondering why. But there shouldn't be a need to wonder why things always come back around. That's how karma is, basically. Okay, so this is something coming back from like a long time, and it's like it's, you didn't expect it to come back the way it did, or the time period that it did, is what that feels like. Okay, in your sixth position, what you have is your accomplishment. You have the Three of Water here. So something came in for you, a new job, new relationship, etc. It could have been something from a water sign like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Excuse me. And I feel like this is a motherly figure. Some kind of love situation is going on here. So someone could be you could be spending more time with a motherly figure that you don't often get to spend time with. Okay, so if your father is off, not really paying attention or not feeling too good, you have your mother though. You have happy times with a motherly figure, is what that feels like to me. Okay, because I feel like maybe your father was a bit absent, or somebody's father was absent, and it's like you turn to your mother for support, moral support, etc. Excuse me. Okay, if not that kind of situation, I do feel like the relationship that you're in right now, you feel like it's toxic, but you have your eyes on someone else, basically, is what that feels like. You definitely have your eyes on somebody else. This person, I feel like you think that you even feel, it could be a water sign, you feel like they're more attractive than you're older, than the partner you used to have. Like, that's the kind of feeling that I get off of this card for you. Okay, but there's like there's happiness, there's mutual attraction here, so that's an accomplishment. All right, so they also feel like they're like you're the bomb as well. Okay, in your seventh position, you have your spiritual self. Wow, you have the Ten of Earth here. You feel very bountiful with your spiritual self. Okay, so you feel like, you know, you feel level-headed. You don't feel like ungrounded. You don't feel like things are all over the place. You don't feel spiritually attacked. You feel pretty level in terms of your spirituality, and that's a good thing. People may be jealous of that. Like, what do you do? What mantras do you practice? What incense do you burn? What malas do you wear? What prayers do you say? Like, those kind of spiritual things. All right, what are you doing that's helping you out so much? Okay, I want to do it too. So people want the in on how you're so spiritually grounded, is what this feels like. Okay, because you're doing a good job with it. In your eighth position, you have your mentality. You have the couple. This is you wanting the relationship that you waited so long for, that you want a person to, this is almost like you wanting to change someone who's not willing to change, is what it feels like. Okay, so you've had somebody come in from the past again. They're willing to start over with you, but you're like, have you really? Like, do I really want to go through this again with you, is what this feels like. Okay, so you can't really change anybody, but you just have to let the, like I said, if you took a break from someone, it's like that relationship needed to. All right, but if it's a karmic relationship, however, this person will keep coming back until you resolve an issue. All right, so I feel like there's something that needs to be resolved with a relationship, and it could be with a fire sign like an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. In your ninth position, you have what's changing. You have Zapana Shapana. All right, this card is also very spiritual to me, so your spiritual self could be changing for whatever reason. I feel like something could have came in that caused you to come out of the Ten of Earth spiritual feeling. All right, so coming out of feeling grounded to some kind of ungroundedness, somebody could have busted in and exposed something, like some kind of, and it's making you like want to hide or run or like skip town or some kind of craziness like that, is what it feels like to me. But with this, I do feel like you're trying to change location, but you're doing it in a very like undercover kind of way. You don't want to get caught, whatever you did or somebody else did. Okay, but it's like you're trying to hide from someone. So that's the change. You're trying to change location. You're trying to keep your life, your home under wraps. Something that is going on here where you're not wanting to get caught by somebody else. Okay. In your 10th position, you have your resolution. You have the Seven of Water. All right. The Seven of Water is like a very wishful card, a dream-like state. It is what this is in right now. So you could have skipped town, and you could be like, this feels like to me someone got into the car and is like driving off, and like wherever it takes me, wherever the road takes me, I'm not even gonna follow where. This is like somebody's running really quickly to get away from something or someone. All right, so this is a quick moving feeling that I get off of this, and you're like, where to go? Because it's a dreamy card, so you don't know what direction you're going in yet. All right, if this is a relationship, you definitely don't know, because you're dealing with a sporadic person that's up and down all the time. If this is a fatherly figure or someone in your life that's not well, you don't know where to put them. All right, you don't know if you want to move them closer or farther away from you. If this is a job, you don't know whether you want to expose your whole true self to people who you feel are going to use your creativity against you, or use your ideas against you, like some kind of craziness like that. So it's just all about opening up. So, it's about not hiding, not running, is what it feels like to me. Okay. All right. Okay, Libra, that concludes your reading. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, comment if it resonated, and subscribe if you want to see more. May many blessings come your way, Libra. Take care. Bye.